come with me and open up this box. So you can tell it's a box of rocks. This box was very well wrapped with tape. What's inside here? Oh. So this is our box of rocks. I gotta tell you guys, I'm really excited about this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is open it up and dump it out onto the towel here. Got a bag here. It's got a mix of minerals and regular rocks, as they're called, like pebble beach rocks, but then it's got a bunch of treasures too. And then here are 2 geodes. And I'll probably crack these in another video. We'll probably talk about geodes in another video, so that'll be perfect for that. And I think there's an identification kit or a chart in there. There we go. We'll get a close-up here in just a moment. Before we do our close-ups and get to the really good stuff, let's see what's in the box here. Oh, we got a little guide. So let's look at the guide. Well, that's pretty cool. It's got a guide of the things we'll probably find in here. Please give us 5 stars. And a sheet. Okay, maybe now you can see the rocks better in this angle. I think the first thing I'm going to do is sort through them. There's a nice piece of quartz rock crystal, and I'm going to be doing a video on this mineral, so I'll be using a lot of these in my future videos, along with other specimens, obviously, so that you guys can see all different kinds of specimens of the same minerals and rocks. I'm partway through the sorting process. These are the supposed regular pebbles, the just regular rocks, as opposed to the more pure and fancy minerals. So I'm getting there through the sorting. Okay, I've finished sorting. Now we're gonna see what we have using their identification sheet. So I'm gonna see if I can put this down here, and then we'll use that to identify what we have. And I think there's some things in here that are very unique. Pretty excited to share some of these specimens with you. All right, so let's go through the identification sheet. I'm gonna say I did not get any Amazonite. I just don't think I got any. I have some. I have a specimen of this or 2 in my rock collection, and I don't see any here today. So that's a no. As you know, we got the 2 big geodes. Well, they're not that big, but we got 2 geodes like this, and then there were a couple of these kind of geodes. And then this was kind of a disappointment for me because, and I'll show you, because this turquinite, I think is, I don't know, it's not a real thing. It's a dyed blue halite, and so they have dyed blue halite down here, but it's the same thing. This is just more lightly dyed, but they're both halite dyed blue. So I don't like that they classified them differently, just based on how they were colored, and called it something different. I'm not really big on that because they're fake. And I'm not big on fake stones. So, not happy about that, but I did get both of those kinds of specimens. I did get what could be called black onyx. I got the gypsum rosettes, or desert roses made of gypsum. And I did get several of the amethysts that were polished. So there's my small little pile there. So I got lots of that. Did get some leopard skin jasper. This one is a very nice specimen. Did get some rose, there's the rose quartz. Did get a quartz point, which is just a crystallized clear quartz, and it was a nice specimen. And I think I got another small one over here. Where are you? There you are, right there. And next to the, what I think it might be citrine, and then just some random milky and clear quartz there. And then of course, oh, then we got this, what it might be limestone. I'd have to test it to see. But this was like the closest thing I could find to what they're saying is limestone. It could be, but I have to test it. And then rose quartz here, polished rose quartz. Unakite, as I call it. I don't know if I ever say this one right, but I did have a couple specimens of that. And then the red lava, some pieces of granite, which is easy to come by in where I live, but for some people that might not be very easy to find. Arrowheads, I did get 2. I think I showed you this glassy obsidian one. So I got 2 arrowheads. I did get aventurine, that I did get. It's a little bit easier to identify, and I've got extra of it over here. And then I did get sodalite. And I think I got some more tiny little specimens of sodalite. And I did get different kinds of agates. Here's some more. I got some rhodonite. I did not get an amethyst cluster. I didn't get any rough amethyst at all, actually. So it wasn't even like broken. I just didn't get any. I did get this quartz cluster because amethyst is just quartz. I did get this quartz cluster and then some little shards from it. Little rough shards, but I did not get a amethyst cluster of any kind, or even rough amethyst. This is, again, this is my amethyst here. And then luckily I have a specimen of this myself, but this could be disappointing for people that are starting out and would love to have that. So that could be disappointing for people. And then this is Red's Tiger Eye. It's actually a pretty nice specimen. I got 2 of them, but this one was the nicer one. Rose quartz, rough. So here was the rose quartz polish, rose quartz rough. Red aventurine. I really only had one piece that I could identify that would be red aventurine. Nothing else qualified, but that's okay. I got one. Magnetic hematite. I need to test if this is magnetic, but either way, it's a nice piece of hematite. And then here we have another tiger's eye, not the red one, but the little more commonly seen yellowish one. Blue calcite, a nice specimen, and I think I got more than one. I got another one, and it's pretty nice too. Got some black lava, and we did get, you know, quite a bit of the lava stuff. For some people, that is very special. Small geode again with the geode, so they're kind of filling up their squares with, you know, things they already have, but there's that. One piece of pyrite. I did get one piece of pyrite, but maybe not. I found this guy. He just looks kind of normal, right? Look at this surprise. Look at that. I think he's a piece of pyrite that got accidentally polished or something. I don't know, but he was definitely my favorite surprise. There's that blue halite again. Yuck. Snowflake obsidian. I've got 2 pieces of it. This was the better specimen. Got some shark's teeth, and I got quite a bit of them. And I think what impressed me about these was not just that we got quite a bit of them, and a lot of them are broken, so that could disappoint people. It's not disappointing me, but it could disappoint people. But look at the variety. I think that's what their sizes. Look at how large this particular one right here is, even though it's broken. There's different colors. I would imagine these come from different kinds of sharks, perhaps. So for certain people, this could be very exciting that they're different. Maybe they're different specimens from different sharks. We did get, I didn't put any on here, But we did get quite a bit of these tiny little stones and these tiny little stones. So we definitely got like a lot of like little stones. So I'm going to count that as true. We got this red jasper over here. And so that's the next thing is the red jasper. This one is a rough red jasper, but they gave us some tiny polished ones as well. And last but not least, green calcite, and they did give us some good specimens of that. So all in all, I'm going to say that this is a great beginner's set for rock collectors. It's fun, it's good for identification, and they're pretty clean. My hands got kind of dusty and stuff, so even with these pebbles, they're pretty clean. So I got in my tub with this towel expecting to have to do a lot of washing, but they're really not that dirty, so I probably could have done this not in the tub. But it's okay, no regrets. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was really fun getting in there and touching all these rocks. I wish you could touch them with me, but you can if you buy one of these, and I'm not affiliated. I don't get anything for selling these. I just thought this was a really good deal for the money because it's a great way to just get a lot of rocks right off the bat and start collecting right away. And since I'm a rock collector, I can appreciate beginning rock collectors and what it could take to kind of get you up and running with a collection. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like to give it a thumbs up, please comment below and subscribe to the channel. And until next time,